Hello, I'm Abigail Wilds, and this is my video of when I created my own Halloween town. I actually did this. This was actually like 2.5, 3 years ago, and I wanted to post the video for the longest time, but just turned out really unhappy with like the video work and yada yada. I don't know, just being picky. And finally I'm like, you know what, this was a lot of fun. I think, you might enjoy just watching this fun little project come together. So I finally decided to finish editing and post this video. Hopefully I don't regret it. But it was a lot of fun. Here I'm setting up like the base for it, and along the way it changed a lot, but I think that that's kind of like how things should be. Like, you start something and you think it's going to be one way, and then as you just go along, like more ideas come and more things come together. Here I am on my Cameo, and I printed out some shingles for these little houses. I got all these little houses, I think at Walmart, and I just spray painted them all and then went in and added details, and I made each one a little bit different. Here I did like puff paint on this one, and I paint some, and I beaded one of them, and it became a lot of fun. Like, I did a lot of stuff with it all. I loved how these shingles came out. That was so much fun. I didn't actually expect it to work out so well. A lot of people do really amazing things with their cameos or their cutters, Cameo and Cricuts and stuff. I feel like I'm kind of do like 2 or 3 things with mine. But yeah. So I had a lot of fun with it. There's those chubby little arms. There's my baby girl. So I think it should be mentioned that I did all of this with my 2 young kids running around trying to help, which is of course the least helpful thing in the world. And you'll see them pop in and out and try things. And so I don't really sculpt much. Here I'm trying to create, I wanted this like skull hot air balloon, so that's what I'm trying to create. But I made a huge mistake using this air dry clay because I don't have a kiln or anything, and I'm better about it now, but I was not up for using polymers clay, and I didn't really know how to cook my clay either, so I just used this like air dry. And I wanted these lights. So in this, I'm making like a pumpkin patch, and I wanted the lights to come through each pumpkin. So I couldn't really bake that. So I needed to find something that I could use that I could still sculpt, but that I could have the lights. And if I did it again, I would do it very differently. Especially because now that the town has set for a few years, I live in the south, so it's really, really wet, and the whole thing has completely crumbled. So when I bring out the Halloweentown to display next year, I'm going to have to completely redo everything that was made in the clay, which is, I mean, I know I'll do it better because every time you do something, you get a little bit better at it. So I got these pieces on sale from Michael's, these like carnival pieces, and they were all very, very bright, of course. So I spray painted them all and then painted them. I just added a lot of grays and airbrushed some lighter and darker grays on there. There's my pumpkin painting. So that was fun. And a pain in the ass also. phone for a while, but I I'm not like a traditional kind of painter. I feel like I've actually just started really coming into my own in painting. Um, and I always felt like my husband is a real painter. Like he is amazing. He does like actual oil painting. And I think I have always felt kind of intimidated by all of that. So I just kind of I did my little like 3D painting, but I haven't really painted on canvas much. Um, which is a shame because actually this Christmas I painted a canvas of magnolias. Like I said, I live in the South. And it turned out so beautiful. And um, I'm now being encouraged to go to, to take a painting class and to try to get into it more, which is actually really cool. I'm really excited about that. Oh, so this was a lot of fun. I got these skull beads, again, I think at Michael's. Um, and I wanted to make these little, skull bridge, what would you call them? I don't know. These little skull bridges. Um, and they turned out so cute. And I imagined having like some kind of little bridge where they'd go along the side of it, but that didn't end up happening, and that was fine. They just ended up, going filling in the town elsewhere. But there's a lot of things I didn't film. I wish I had, but of course, filming with a baby running around every 5 seconds, I had to stop. And filming was not easy at all. So I feel like maybe I gave up on filming and just kind of did the rest. But you'll get to see the actual, it all put together here in a minute. But I did a lot with little sculpting, uh, especially for cute little stuff like this. I actually really love that children's, what is it? It's like a fluffy molding clay stuff. Oh, anyway, I'll have to figure out what it is, but it's really fun to use. And if you're not like a good sculptor and you don't know much about sculpting, it's a really good place to start because it's so easy to use. So here I'm putting my lights up in my carnival. This and everything that I did was like hot glued to the board, which kind of worked, like it worked out, especially with the fluffy stuff. It kind of like held everything down. It worked out sometimes really well and sometimes not so well. Um, you can see like my little balloons are having issues and stuff, but this walkway was actually really fun. I got a little piece of a skull and bones walkway from the Halloween stuff that they have every year, but it was just like this little 3-inch piece. So I actually took my hot glue, put it all through the piece, and made like a mold. And then I got that puffy clay stuff, and I pushed it into the mold, and then it was like a curved piece, like the rounded, and I was able to stretch it flat and make this walkway. I then painted it like a sandy kind of red and then did the white over top, and it turned out so cute. And here I'm just putting my houses in and putting some walkway pieces, and I'm really just starting on the details. I've got my houses done and placed, and now I'm just filling in little details. And then I made a lot of the stuff, and then also I just bought a lot of the stuff. I've been kind of collecting like pieces on sale. My favorite time to shop is just after Halloween. So just after Halloween, I always do a big shopping trip. So a lot of like these little figurines, are from Michael's or Joann's or whatever, but a lot of it I filled in myself also. So here we go. Just And I'm really sad that I didn't film more of the making of the houses. Um, I got molds and I made, so here's the whole roof is made with this mold. The little graveyard, I made those little tombstones with stamps and whatever. And there's my overgrown church. There's my zombie house. There's my pumpkin patch. And my skull hot air balloon. There's things I would have changed, like doing it again, which I hope to do it again someday, or refurbish this one in a while. And there's definitely some things that I would like to redo. And I feel like every time you do something, your skill gets better and better. Like, practice makes perfect for sure. And there's a lot of things that I would have, that I think I'd be better at now. So someday I'll redo it, but it's so cute. And there's my little black pool well. And every piece that I bought from Michael's, like, the Day of the Dead dancers and stuff, I actually airbrushed because they were so bright. The colors were so vivid, and I wanted more, like, a little bit more muted. And same when, like, I painted the pumpkin patch and you saw that I airbrushed it black. Because I wanted a little bit of the color, but not too much, so. But it was really, really fun to do, and I'm excited about how it turned out. So, anyway, here is my Halloweentown. I feel like the camera work is really jolty. I'm sorry about that. thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing this come together. It was a lot of fun. To all the tender lumplings, happy Halloween.